So we go to our first race, well, our last race before the lunch break. It is DD2 Masters, 13 drivers from 8 different nationalities. Let's have a look at the starting grid. So from pole position, it will be France's Rudy Champion, last year's Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy winner. He's also a previous B&L Karting Series champion back in 2020, if memory serves me correctly. He'll be alongside one of the newest signings for SP Motorsport, the man known as Debacker, Carl Clebot, the 506. Baker by trade, but also loves his racing. He'll be alongside also a former B&L Karting Series and Belgian Max Challenge champion. Christophe Adams, the most decorated driver in terms of representing a nation at the Rotax Grand Final, starts P3 and will be joined by Germany's Andreas Neumann. Pritzai and Renis Fries round out the top 6 places ahead of Jimmy Chaumier from France, Rodrigo Penilos from Germany, France's Jonathan Wimont, Russia's Maxim Shaposhnikov, and then we've got Bruno Dos Santos in 11th, representing France, Lithuania's Martinas Stankiewicz, and Christophe Capitan from France bringing up the rear in 13th place. And again, it will be a 10-minute plus an additional lap race before we go into our official lunch break. Just a quick reminder to the paddock that there is engine silence is to be maintained. No warming up of engines in the paddock at any time, according to CIK FIA regulations. Thank you for your attention. So, Champion and Clebot on the front row. These two battled it out for the B&L Karting Series title last season, and it came down to the final race on the final day of the championship. And Clebot was behind. He ended up on the top step of the championship podium. So 10 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap for our race before the lunch break. Race 6 of the meeting. It's Rudy Champion and Carl Clebot on the front row. Christophe Adams and Andreas Neumann on row 2. Revs rise. Do we go lights out? We do. We're off and away. And down towards the first corner. Champion sweeps towards the outside to bring the Gillard chassis through the apex. And neatly stays in front of Carl Clebot, who nearly had Christophe Adams up his inside through turn 1. Over the crest of the hill for the first time, down the dip they go into this complex set of right-handers that need both consistency, commitment, and also a little bit of precision. Goes without saying. A little bit of a send from, I think there was Andreas Neumann on Jimmy Chaumier there, going down into the left-hand hairpin off of the middle straight here at the circuit, 1,580 metres, longest circuit in southern Spain. As it's getting a bit tight between a couple of drivers, one of which was Jimmy Chaumier, I believe, from PKS Competition. He's running on a red speed chassis. It's getting a bit close between Jonathan Wimont and Andreas Neumann. This is the battle for 5th position on the road. And Wimont has got a good turn of speed, but Neumann is trying to keep it on the defensive. Bit of a drift wide coming out of the left-hander onto the middle of the straight. Oh, now that was a send and a half from Pritzai up the inside of Christophe Adams. Christophe Adams, one of the, well, for those that do know of him in the Rotax racing family, you know that no matter how many things change, there's always one constant. Christophe Adams is always the same person. He's never changed over the years since I met him back in 2018. Always an eccentric character. but he's running in 4th place at the moment, having had a bit of a school of send from Pritzai. Carl Klebor is exactly a second behind Rudy Champion. So when I spoke with Carl earlier on this week, I think it was actually yesterday, he said, yeah, we're trying some things. And obviously, new chassis for Carl Klebor this year, new colours with Soundtex Motorsport, and a new challenge for the Belgian. But still, whenever I see him, he's always got a smile on his face, so that's one good thing. 7 minutes and 15 plus an additional lap still to go. And there is now there's been a double overtake just happen. Christophe Capitain and Martinus Tankevicius both went up the inside of Jimmy Chaumier from France. So Capitain started from the back of the grid. Three minutes down, well, just over 3 minutes down, just under 7 minutes to go plus a lap. Champion has cantered away into the distance like a prized racehorse. He's 1.5 seconds up the road from Carl Klebor. He's got Pritzai and Christophe Adams not too far behind. These three are split by about half a second once they completed lap number 3 of the race. We're on to lap number 4. Jimmy Chaumier has dropped to the bottom of the top 10, courtesy of Christophe Capitain and Martinus Tankevicius cleanly getting their elbows out. Looks like Rudy Champion is walking off into the sunset on this particular race. He's got a good pace, not looking behind him, concentrating on his own race. But now Carl Klebor has got Pritzai closing in. Gap between them just over 0.13 of a second between the Belgian in second position and the Estonian in third place. Christophe Adams keeping pace with them. Shortly I can just see that Jonathan Wimore is now catching with them as well. So this is going to be a four-way scrap for what is second position on the road as things stand. And Pritzai looking rather menacing right now. Putting a little bit of pressure on Carl Klebor. Klebor opens the door. Pritzai looking up the inside, but Carl Klebor, that shades of old there from the 506. Brilliantly planted there from Carl Klebor, knew exactly where to position the kart, put the hammer down, the kart gripped, and all of a sudden, he's gone, you're not getting past me, I'm afraid, not on this occasion. And there has been a change a little bit behind, as Jonathan Wimore has got past Christophe Adams through the penultimate corner. And now Adams fires straight back with a salvo of his own up the inside of turn 1. Has he made it through? No, he hasn't. He had to back out of it. Then Renis Freys has a little bit of a touch with Christophe Adams, and Christophe Adams, in true Christophe fashion, gesticulates as if to say, come on man, what are you doing? And that might have just been a little bit of outbraking there from the 512. This does sometimes happen. And now again, we get a repeat on the very next lap. Pritzai this time gets up the inside. Carl Klebor, he's, you know what, Carl Klebor, he might be on a completely new chassis. What's more, we can see that the explosive talent nubs, there goes, oh my goodness, Jonathan Wimore goes past Carl Klebor. Klebor responds with a cutback and neatly gets back into third position. But this has given an opportunity for Pritzai to pull away. Wimore looking up the inside of Klebor going through into turn 1. The pair side by side, and Klebor cuts off the nose of Jonathan Wimore, stays in third position. Classic Klebor right there. Brilliantly done from Carl. And Martinus Tankevicius is trying to close in on Renis Freys right now. And that's the battle for 6th place. They have got Christophe Adams, and now things are bunching up. Jonathan Wimore looks to the inside of Carl Klebor through the... Oh, they're nearly clashing wheels, nearly clashing side pods, but Carl Klebor hangs on with 3 minutes to go, and now Christophe Adams back into the fray. despite... and now we're more up the inside of Clebol. Back through into third. Clebol trying to do everything to get the cut back. Can't get it done this time. And now Christophe Adams has lost out to Dennis Fries this time. And now Adams drops to sixth. Clebol will now try and look for an opportunity to get past Wimore, but Wimore has been showing incredible pace on this occasion. And Wimore started ninth. Now up into P3. Here goes the move up the inside. Carl Clebol nearly side by side with Renis Fraze. Keeps it pinned round the outside, puts the throttle down, kart grips, and he knows where he's got the confidence in that kart to make that move stick. And Fraze nearly goes a bit sideways to the right, coming out of the left-hander. Christophe Adams sends it up the inside of the 533, forces the kart to have to avoid. And Christophe Adams back through. Sorry, that was on Tankevicius. So Tankevicius now back into sixth position. Just over, well, just a minute and a half still to go. Tankevicius trying to get back past Christophe Adams. Getting close again. Oh! That was nearly front fairing into right rear tyre there. But Christophe Adams has the presence of mind, he's a wily old fox, is Christophe Adams. And I mean that in the most sincerest way possible when it comes to racecraft. You can put him in a cart and he will know where to put, he'll as long as he's got that confidence in that cart, he will know where to plant it. That's exactly what he's doing right now. He's going defensive. Rudy Champion, when they say that the leader is doing well, you're not talking about him. He's got a gap of, last time it was 4.1 seconds. We're now going into the penultimate lap of the race. And his lead over Estonia's Pritsai is now 4.6 seconds and climbing. Jonathan Wimore has done a great job so far. Bruno Dos Santos holds the fastest lap of the race, the French driver down in 8th. With a 1 minute 2.766 as the timer is about to strike zero. As Rudy Champion ends up down at the bottom of the hill into the tight left-hander. Through the Frenchman goes, down the straightaway, into the next left. But Jonathan Wimore is closing in on Pritsai. This is for second position. So good job by Jonathan Wimore. Pritsai has gone defensive and he knows that Wimore has got the opportunity, but Wimore, did he just send it round the outside through the penultimate corner? And Jonathan Wimore, absolute hooligan right there, but neatly done. Pritsai's got Carl Clebol closing in as we're on to the final lap of the race. So a little bit of excitement coming through from DD2 Masters. And all drivers, I think, are still running and just waiting for all of them to cross the line. That is the case. 18.6 seconds separates the entire field from first to 13th. It is going to be close in the dying stages. Martina Stankiewicz is closing in on Carl Clebol, and that's for fourth place. Leader now making his way into the back straight. Clebol switches wide, carries the momentum through. Stankiewicz waiting for an opportunity to go through, but can't get it done. However, 2 corners to go. Make that one, and out of the final turn, it is France's Rudy Champion that will take the checkered flag at the first heat of DD2 Masters. Jonathan Wimore from 9th to 2nd, makes it a French 1-2. Pritsai from Estonia completes the top 3 ahead of Carl Clebol from Belgium. Martina Stankiewicz, Christophe Adams, Renis Fraze, Bruno Dos Santos, Christophe Capitain, Jimmy Chaumier, Rodrigo Pinilos, Maxim Shaposhnikov and Andreas Neumann round out the 13 strong. But it's Rudy Champion with a commanding victory of 5.7 seconds, puts him in to a good start for the Winter Cup weekend.